Cameroon and Nigeria's government had evidently asked for us to be in their country. They wanted the intervention. And then the U.S., of course, always wants to get into other countries' bullshit. And there's drones flying around the clock. They're going across the border of Nigeria and Cameroon. So Boko Haram was basically doing as the fuck as they want. They also have suicide bombers. Boko Haram does. The Nigerian government had been complaining that it didn't have accurate intelligence to pursue Boko Haram. They were using World War I technology. They said that they were just essentially a bunch of men equipped with binoculars. So they weren't really soldiers, 2,500 soldiers. But now, with American support, they're up and running and they are fighting back. So it's called Airbase 301. So Airbase 301 is the drone base in Cameroon. So we're in Cameroon now. The drones are up and running. They're offering real-time observation of the movements of the fighters, of where their suicide bomb factories are. So the first operation took place about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they conducted a very successful operation, the Nigerians and the Cameroonians together. So this seems to be uniting everybody. Everybody's in favor of this. I can't stand Boko Haram. Fuck Boko Haram. Fuck Boko Haram. So 3/1/2016 PRI.org. So yeah, still about the Cameroon. But you see, we are all over the fucking place in Africa. I'm looking at this map, and if you're just, Africa looks like this. The entire middle swath we are in. And then I've even, we're in Libya and Algeria. I even saw one report that said we're in Morocco. So this is only pointing out the sub-Saharan nations, which I am 11% sub-Saharan African. 11% of my blood is of Africa. So 11%, that's what, a great-grandmother or grandfather? Now, the countries that I'm looking at here, you have all these countries, but Cameroon isn't in it. So you have to add Cameroon to this map. In 2014, these are all the countries that the United States had armed forces in. Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, Nigeria, Chad, Central African Republic, the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Big Congo, South Sudan, Uganda, Kenya, Somalia, Ethiopia, and Djibouti. 13 African nations. We are in 13 African nations in 2014. Trump has escalated when it came to Syria. He has escalated when it came to Afghanistan. He has escalated when it came to Yemen. He is escalating all the wars that we are in right now. And so, going against Boko Haram, that's an honorable goal. We were invited by the government. This is another good thing, right? So if we stick to the mission and go after the quote-unquote bad guys, but I heard that we overthrew. There was a coup d'etat against the democratically elected government, and that wouldn't shock me. We did it twice in Haiti. We did it in Egypt, right? Where is, was it Almaty? No, that's Aliyah Almaty. Whoever that Egyptian guy was, he was democratically elected after the revolution. He is their rightful fucking leader. But Al-Sisi, the military, went ahead and just took over everything. And Trump likes that type of fucking dictatorial, strongman shit. Authoritarian, totalitarian fucking bullshit. So Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, Nigeria, Chad, Central African Republic, the Democratic Republic of Congo, South Sudan, Uganda, Kenya, Somalia, Ethiopia, and Djibouti. We're in Djibouti. That's where we only announced and officially had a military base that everybody knew about. Djibouti is actually trying to get some Chinese and Russian bases, I heard, too. So, interesting tactic with the Djibouti, just invite all these, superpowers. Yeah, sure, you can have that acre, and China, you can have that acre, and Djibouti, I remember picking that to be in the United Nations, Kentucky United Nations Assembly, and we were trying to defend something, but when they pushed back, I didn't have enough information. But we're in Djibouti. We have a big military air base in Djibouti, and apparently that's where all the other, African missions are deployed from. It's right next to Somalia. It's right next to Ethiopia. And then if you go back to Cameroon, Cameroon is next door to Nigeria, Chad, Central African Republic, which are 3 other countries that we have U.S. armed forces in. So how convenient, right? Now we got drones, and we got at least 300 military men in there since 2015. I can only assume that he's adding troops all over the place. Which, do we have enough troops? I mean, how many troops does the United States have? I know we have, 12,000? There's 12 to 13,000 now in Afghanistan. I'm not for sure how many in Iraq, how many in... And then 900 military bases in 150 countries. That's all you really have to say to justify that we're an empire. There was these French students that had came over that I had talked with, and they just said they never called us the U.S. or the United States of America. They referred to our government as the empire. Oh, that's the empire. France has a lot of financial dealings in Africa, so they're still oppressors in Africa. So, you know, that's exactly what led to fucking Vietnam, right? The French were occupying Vietnam. We sprinkled a couple advisors, and then we were stuck in Vietnam after, 5 or 6 presidencies. But it started out with just a small sprinkling, a tiny little bit of advisors carrying on the French occupation. And so, the fact that we're in, 14 or 15 nations, and then this came from the Vice magazine, the Vice News article that said we were in all these shadow wars, 30 shadow wars, 22 at any point, 22 up to 30, 33 or some shit like that. So, it's not very specific, but it's, technically we could have fucking 30 wars at the very least, 40 wars. We're in 40 wars at the most. That's crazy. It's crazy. And we don't ever find out where we're at. So, understanding where our bases are and where we have special forces. Putin said he was afraid of special forces. So, special forces, right, just surgical strike. And I like that. I like that. If we're just going after Bin Laden, go in, get Bin Laden, and then go out. Why are we occupying? Why are we trying to take over land? We get the fucking bad guys, we go home, we're the fucking heroes. And we try to occupy, and we try to install government, and then we're the fucking bad guys. We're the oppressors. So, if that's what we're doing, but how can I trust that that's what we're doing? We have to be upfront about this. There's none of this as a U.S. declaration of war. And I guess they get away with it by saying that even though there's boots on the ground, and I guarantee it, drones are going back and forth, so they're striking people, they're bombing people. That's, I guess occupation isn't a war. A war is when you start killing, right? Systemic murder. That's what characterizes a war. And so if we're in there, we're saying it's just for assistance, surveillance, intelligence. We're not actually there for the combat operations. Bullshit. It's bullshit. I think it's bullshit. But let's assume that's all we're doing. Well, that's a very good thing. We're in there, and these are, temporary base camps. Get in, get out, and then, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and let's bring our boys home after the mission is accomplished. But that's not how these things work, right? What's the exit strategy? There is no exit strategy. We stay. So, yeah.